Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I am Ranj, and today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for some prelim fights for UFC Vegas 53, Font vs. Cheeto Marlon Vera. So before I get into these fights, I want to really quickly go over UFC Vegas 52, where I came out, not losing, but I didn't fare that well. I could have done a lot better. I'm not gonna dwell too much on it, but I'm gonna go over these fights just real quickly. So, starting out, the fight with Dean Barry and Mike Jackson. Of course, my pick was Dean Barry. However, thank goodness I did a $10 hedge bet on Mike Jackson because he won via Dean Barry's eye gouge and nut shot, and Dean Barry got disqualified. Mike Jackson, I got him at plus 900. So even though I lost the pick on Tapology, I was thrilled because that $10 hedge bet paid back 90 bucks. Loved it. Then moving on, what was next? These are not in order, but I think next we'll do the Preston Parsons fight. Preston Parsons and Evan, what's his name? I got it, hold on. Evan Elder. I did pick Preston Parsons by decision. I said it's because, you know what? He's a gym owner and operator, and that was the edge I gave him, and it came through, and I got him via decision, propped it, and came out in the green with that. Then moving on, now we'll go in order as far as I can tell. Marcin Prachnio and Philip Lins. Unfortunately, I picked Marcin Prachnio, but and I didn't think it was going to go decision. But Lins, he surprised me. He went back to his good old PFL days and came out victorious. Good on Philip Lins. He won the decision there. Next, so that's two wrong I got. Next I got, I had taken Archie Lang to beat Cameron Else, which he did. Thankfully, I flipped my pick because originally I was on the Else side, but thanks to watching Stat Diggers, they told me about Else's his cardio issue, and I was like, man, I heard round two, his hands are on his knees, his mouth is gaped wide open, looking for a breath, and he's going to be gassed out, where Archie Lang does not gas. Archie Lang didn't even go to round two. He got TKO round one. My bet was within distance for Archie Lang, so boom, cashed that one. Then moving up, next I had just like the rest of the world, I had Tyson Pedro. I said TKO round two. So, I mean, he got the TKO in round one against Ike Villanueva. Whatever, I still got to do that one in green. Followed that up with a loss, though. Dwight Grant did not come through for me, and I had him picked. I figured he had a better UFC experience, better resume. So I picked him against Sergey Kandoshko. Well, Sergey had that layoff, but whatever, I guess some people come back from a layoff better. It does happen. And he got the TKO round two. Next, I had taken Marc-Andre Barriault. I had him TKO round two, but surprisingly, he came out with a submission over Jordan Wright. I think it was Marc-Andre Barriault's first submission victory, and he got that over Jordan Wright. Good on Marc-Andre Barriault. That was one of my more confident picks. Cash it. Then I had Charles Jourdain beating Lando Venata, but I had him winning by decision. Fooled me because he submitted him round one. I think that was Charles Jourdain, maybe Charles Jourdain, his first submission victory. I'm not quite sure, but I do think it is. Good on Charles Air Jordan. Then I missed of course, the Manal Cop Madarji Su. That didn't happen because Cop withdrew. Actually tested, I think he withdrew. He tested positive for some PEDs of some sort. I forget exactly what it was, but yeah, that fight didn't happen. Then I had a t-shirt bet. I had Montana De La Rosa, and Dave had Macy Barber. By the way, I watched the show live with Dave, BC Dave, Dev the Dude, and Cell the Red. We did it on originally we did it live on Instagram, but then we flipped over to Cell's channel, SM, the SM show. I think that's what it's called. But that was fun, and I lost the t-shirt bet. Dave, don't worry, your t-shirt is on its way. I didn't order it yet, but I will today. I was kind of a little salty about that. But Macy Barber came through with that victory. And finally, last fights on the card, I had taken Claudio Puelles, and I had taken him by submission. I didn't think it was going to happen in round 1, though. I had it more of a round 2 submission, but Claudio Puelles did get the submission in round 1. Third leg lock, knee bar. Third knee bar victory for Puelles, and I said that before the fight because Sal and Dev the Dude were all over Clay Guida. They're like, oh, Clay Guida with the pressure, with the experience, he's gonna outclass this kid. And look what happened. Actually, I'm not sure if Sal was on Clay Guida. I think he was, though. Him and Dev. Me and Dave were both on Claudio Puelles. By the way, Claudio Puelles, one of my unranked contender contest picks. And finally, I was the only one out of us 4 that was taking Amanda Lemos. I thought she was going to come out and get a decision victory, but Jessica Andrade, a standing arm triangle. Standing. I think this is the first one in UFC history. A standing arm triangle submission in round 1. Whew. Impressed the crap out of me. Good job for Jessica Andrade in that. So overall, did I miss any fights? I don't think I did. Overall, though, I went 6-5 overall. Not horrible, but not very good at either. So it is what it is. Let's improve on that number with this fight, with this card right here in UFC Vegas 53. So this is according to the order that's on Tapology. So they might change. We're gonna open up. I don't think this is gonna be the curtain jerker. It'll probably move around, but we've got a rebooked fight between, Alexandr Romanov and Chase Sherman. Now these odds are disgusting. Romanov, obviously undefeated. He opened up last week. He was like, or it actually opened up this week, minus 1,400. Now he's at minus 22,500. That's just absurd. Absurd. Chase Sherman, plus 1,200. Are you kidding me? Plus 1,200 for Chase Sherman. I understand he's going to get blown out of the water, but come on, guys. That's worth a sprinkle. A $10 bet will pay out 120. I mean, look what happened with Mike Jackson and Dean Barry last week. You know what? Romanov, he can dump $10,000 on that and come out and throw the fight and come out, boom, $120,000 on a $10,000 bet. If Romanov would, gives it to his brother or something, you can't bet against yourself, but you can bet for yourself. But you could always say, hey, little secret, because it's happened in the past. I'm sure of it. It's happened in the past. I will tell you the fight it happened with. It was Kevin Holland and who was it? I can picture him. His name's right at the tip of my tongue. But anyway, there's been thrown fights in the past where I remember that fight with Kevin Holland. He told his cousin's boyfriend to throw money on Ben or something. Oh my God, I can picture him. His name just, you know what? It's because I'm filming. I can't, and I didn't. But anyway, I'm just saying there could be a banana peel slip here. There could be something. and Chase Sherman might mess up everybody. Don't put Romanov in a parlay. That's what I'm saying. There's no value. That's going to probably bring your parlay down, minus 2,500. Stay right clear of that. Look at the over. Over 1.5 rounds is plus 235. You don't think professional fighter Chase Sherman can go over 1 round? I know Romanov is a killer. He's a beast. He's King Kong. He can hammer fist you. He can get it done, but come on. Plus 235, a $10 bet on the over 1.5. I mean, that'll, you know, a $10 bet make you $23.50. I'm just saying, I'm not saying go ahead and do that. But you guys know me, I'm a plus money junkie. Plus 1,200, I already hedged it. I could not. I'm addicted to plus money. Addicted to it. That's why I call myself a plus money junkie, and I know a lot of my subscribers are as well. So anyway, let's throw these names up. You already know who everybody's picking. Come on. If you don't know, you ought to just by looking at that. This is ridiculous odds. Okay, so let me introduce the cappers I'm using for today's show. Put it that way. All right, we've got the Stat Diggers, because they do their show live on Sunday nights, which I attend every week. I'm not always active in the chat because I also do, at the same time, I'm doing research, like filling out my sheets through Tapology and stuff. But of course, both DFS, Brady, and Uncle Weezy, of course, are both taking Romanov, just like last week. The MMA Guru, he's funny. He said TKO round 1. You know why he's funny? Because he said Chase Sherman pulled out last week. He pulled out like fight day. He pulled out the day of the fight. I forgot to change I had Romanov in DraftKings. I forgot to change him, so throw that lineup right out the water because I had 0 points from that. But anyway, he said Chase Sherman had a case of the scareds, or a case of the fear, the Romanov. Or he said something like that. He said pretty much he chickened out right before the fight. I think for real, I think it was the case of the poops, like a diarrhea or stomach bug or something. And it was weird. As I was watching the weigh-ins and face-offs with Dave, I was like, look how he's walking away. He's like, pretty much, he looked like he was kind of ill. Like he just he was going through the motions. You know, the guy was cut, and he's coming back. He got another contract just to take this fight on short notice. And it's just like he was going through the motions just to collect that loser paycheck. But you know what? You never know, man. Plus money, look at that. Anyway, the MMA Guru is saying TKO round 1 for Romanov. And look at that, too. 1.5 rounds. Can you go 7.5 minutes without getting finished? Oh, that's all you got to do, Chase Sherman. 7.5 minutes. Can you do that, please? Anyway, then Johnny K, of course, also a regular on this show, is taking Romanov. AJ DeVito, that's MMA Experts. He's also saying round 1, as expected. And finally, my buddies Dev the Dude and Sell the Red, also on the side of Romanov, making this an obvious full capper consensus. If you guys don't know, a full capper consensus is when all the go ahead, Nora. Tell them what a full capper consensus is for the new subscribers.
It's when all the handicappers pick one side of the whiteboard.
It's right. It's when all the handicappers pick one side of the whiteboard, and Nora's doing the capper consensus stance. She was doing and you're doing very good at it too, throwing the good luck pearls. I'm throwing these good luck pearls for all you guys taking the plus money on Chase Sherman. Let's go. Let's hope that oh, put your wop away. Put your guap. Put your roll of cash away. Get out of here with that. Nora had a birthday party on Saturday and she banked. She got mucho dinero. Lots of moolah. That means much money. You got much money on your birthday. Anyway, Yeah, I'm gonna, of course, you know, my pick on Tapology, of course, is going to be. Don't look at that. Look at that. Whop. Look at that roll. Look at that roll. Stack. Okay, so. Of course, I'm gonna take Romanov here, but at plus 1,200, I gotta put a half a unit. So I'm putting $10 on Sherman at plus 1,200, and I might even hedge that just because the value. You know, 1.5 rounds is not a long time. Sherman, I'll tell you what, Sherman is a bare knuckle champion. Bare knuckle fighting. He's a champ over there, bare knuckle. So and standing up, Sherman can bang. He beat Ike Villanueva. Let's go over this real quick. I'm not taking too much time on it, obviously, but listen to this. Actually, you know, Alexandr Romanov, you know, he beat Jared Van Der, Juan Espino. That one was kind of a bull crap loss because there was the nut punch or there was a nut shot. So Romanov's like, oh, I can't go on after that nut check. So it went to technical split decision victory for Romanov, which I think Juan Espino. I had money on Juan Espino too, which I lost, but I think Juan Espino should have won that. And then before that, he beat Marcos Rogero de Lima, forearm choke round 1. And before that, Roque Martinez in his UFC. He beat Roque Martinez in his UFC debut. You have chocolate on your face, Nora, from your ice cream you just had. Come on. Before that, he was fighting out of a regional scene in Moldova. That's where he's from, called Eagles Fight Championships, where he beat Sergey Freitas by a slam in round 1. This guy's the real deal. He trains at Lions Kamrat in Kamrat, Moldova. So Alexandr Romanov, King Kong, is the real deal. He should wipe the floor with Sherman. He should win by TKO in round 1, which that's going to be my Tapology pick. TKO round 1. It's going to be a ground and pound with a hammer fist. But still, banana peel. I mean, it could happen. Who knows? Maybe, or he could throw it. I mean, there's not a lot, but there's a couple different outcomes that I'm just saying. Don't put them in a parlay. Don't put any, unless you prop it out. And I think TKO round 1 still minus money. Your best bet is to prop it out round 2. Then you'll at least get the plus money on Romanov if you have him TKO round 2, because over 1.5 rounds is plus money. So figure out how to bet that plus. I do not do that. I do not do minus money bets, especially like that. That's disgusting. So moving on. Enough talk about that. Next we have the flyweight fight between two UFC debutantes. We got the Japanese newcomer and Tatsuro Taira. Taira, I think it is. Taira. Undefeated. He's 10-0. He's coming off rear naked choke victory over Alfred Muyaid. Before that, he triangle choked Ryuya Fukuda. He's beaten a whole bunch of Japanese people in the Shudo, the Japanese regional scene called Shudo. It's actually a pretty good regional scene, actually. He used to be the biggest favorite on the card. Well, not excluding this. He was originally the biggest favorite on the card, but I think now Andre Fili has surpassed him by a little bit as the biggest favorite, widest line on the card. But this guy, undefeated, 22 years old. So put that up there. Tatsuwa, what's his name? Tatsuro Taira is 22, and he's taking on Carlos Candelario, 30 years old. A little bit of an age advantage there, but minus 240 is not a very attractive number for the undefeated Japanese flyweight. Carlos Candelario, not bad though. I know he's coming off a Contender Series loss. He lost a split decision to Victor Altamirano in the Contender Series, but he did fight well enough to get this fight in the UFC, making his UFC debut because of his split decision loss to Victor Altamirano. Altamirano actually already had his UFC debut where he lost a close fight. I think that went to split decision too as well. I don't remember exactly who he lost to, but it was a loss, and I remember he did, and it was a good fight though for him. Before that, Carlos Candelario was out of the CES, that's Classic Entertainment Sports CES regional scene in the Northeast. Mostly it's like Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, those northeastern states. He's coming off unanimous decision against Miguel Restrepo. It was a Massachusetts event from CES. Before that, he has another Contender Series win against Ronaldo Candido, unanimous decision. Before that, Timothy Wheeler, TKO round 1, CES. This guy, Candelario, is a Golden Gloves boxer. I don't know if he was a Golden Gloves champ, but he does have Golden Gloves boxing experience. So we got a boxer here against a well-rounded Japanese guy with a lot of finishes. I guess he is sharp, technical striking, uses that boxing and striking to get his opponent down, and then when he weakens him, gets him down, that's when he goes for a submission, where he's been faring well with that game plan. I guess he's really calm, cool, and collected in there, which seems legit. Like, so you got to think and Candelario, even though he's got boxing experience, he's more of the brawler. But both these guys punched hard. But look at Taira, minus 240. It's a little bit wide, I think, if you ask me. Carlos Candelario trains out of Underdog MMA in Connecticut. That's why the regional scene is CES. Tatsuro trains out of Para Estra, Okinawa, Japan. This is Tatsuro's very first fight in the United States. I don't think it's going to really make a difference, but that is a factor you might want to key in, if maybe he'll get a little bit of the United States jitter. Like, you're comfortable if you're fighting in your home country of Japan. Now you're coming overseas, you're not going to see your fellow countrymen. You're going to, I'm just saying, a little bit of, I'm sure there might be a little bit of a variable there. That might come into play. I don't really know. I don't know much about Tatsuro Taira. Anyway, let's get to these cappers and see what they have to say in this flyweight fight. We've got Dev saying Taira by decision, and Cell also on the side of the Japanese Taira. Then we've got MMA experts. AJ DeVito is saying Taira should get the submission round 2. We got Johnny K. Johnny is saying submission also. By the way, guys, these links will be in the description. I urge you to click the links, check all these guys out. If you haven't subscribed to them, definitely do that. They wouldn't make it on my show if they were just talking smack, not knowing what they're talking about. But they're sharp. They're sharp handicappers, and that's why I put them on the show. Then we've got MMA Guru. He's saying submission round 1. Ooh, okay. Suppose that's warranting that minus 240. Then finally, the Stat Diggers, they're gonna pass on betting. Both DFS and Wheezy are passing on this bet-wise because they're not, they think the line is way too wide, which I agree with. But if you do want value, you're gonna go with the plus 205 for Candelario. I mean, he's not a chump. He's not a bum. He's not He's not a can. He's a good fighter. That one loss he has, that guy is good as well, Victor Altamirano. So Stat Diggers also on the side of the Japanese, but no bet there. This is our second full capper consensus. Full second one of the night. Not dance for. I did dance for you for this. So there you have that. I kind of am still on the fence because I don't really. I suppose I should listen to some other cappers. It's only Monday, so I haven't watched a lot of cappers. I watched probably 10 to this point because I do have tomorrow's show already locked and loaded. I just got to fill in some blanks. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Japanese guy. I don't like taking all favorites, but it looks like that's the way. I can't go against the capper consensus here. I think he's going to get it done by submission.
I'm going pilot.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. By the way, this is Nora's name written in Korean, right? Nora. No-r-ah. Nora.
This one's just basically another one.
Huh?
This one's just basically another one.
Yeah, it's ah. But if you put it under that, it makes a no. Nora. Anyway,
It looks like a spinning chip.
it does. Winston, you're gonna have to move.
Winston.
Finally, moving on. Next, we've got the flyweight female fight between Gina Mazany and Shanna Young. Gina Danger Mazany is the favorite here at -174. The line did move a little bit. It used to be -155 here. Shanna Young was at +130. She is now getting a little bit more attractive at +149. These odds are directly from Bet Online right before filming this. So, Gina Mazany, 33 years old. She's going to be the slightly older girl, 33. Shanna Young is 31 years young. See what I did there?
2 years. She's 2 years.
2 years younger, right. Okay, we're going to start with the Gina Mazany, the favorite here. 7-5 as a professional. She's training out of Glory MMA. And for the longest time, I thought it was James Krause's girlfriend, but I asked Stat Diggers in their live chat, and it turns out she's not. She's Tim Elliott's girlfriend. According to Uncle Weezy, he said they met in Vegas at Extreme Couture, which sounds right because that's what Tapology has her listed training at Extreme Couture. But now I know she's training out of Glory MMA. And the thing was, I could have swore I saw, like, way back when Derek Minner was fighting Ryan Hall, I was looking at Derek Minner's Instagram and I saw her in a bikini on a boat with Derek Minner and James Krause, and there was Tim Elliott was not there. I want to say it was Gina Mazany. Maybe it was somebody else, and my memory's just, maybe it was a Mandela effect or something. Maybe my memory's not serving me correctly, but for the longest time I thought it was James Krause's girlfriend. But I guess I asked, and Weezy would know, and he said it's actually Tim Elliott's girlfriend. So I don't know if Tim Elliott's over at Glory MMA or if he's stuck in Vegas with Extreme Couture. I have no idea, but I do know Gina Mazany's getting training from James Krause over at Glory MMA. So anyway, Gina Mazany coming off a loss to Priscilla Cachoeira, standing TKO round 2. That was not a good look. Before that, she did beat Rachel Ostovich, but Rachel Ostovich, more of a pretty girl than a fighter, you know what I mean? She's not really the best fighter. She's more of a, you know, she gets a lot from her looks. She's a very beautiful female fighter. She beat her ground and pound round 3 for Gina Mazany. And before that, she lost to Julia Avila. 22 seconds she lost in round 1 by TKO. Once again, not a good look. Before that, she did beat Valerie Barney. She took her out punches in round 1. It's like a minute and something. And that was in King of the Cage, KOTC. Prior to that, she lost to Macy Chazone. Punches round 1. Macy Chiasson, coincidentally, is a common opponent, which we'll talk about when we get to Shayna Young. Gina Mazany, by the way, does have a 3.5-inch reach advantage that may come into play. Take it for what you will. But Shayna Young's got a 1-inch height advantage despite the reach disadvantage. Okay, Shayna Young coming in off of a loss to Stephanie Egger. Stephanie Egger, pretty good. Beat her by ground and pound in round 2. Before that, she had made her UFC debut to Macy Chiasson. That was her UFC debut, and you know what? She went the entire distance, lost by unanimous decision, whereas Gina Mazany, you want to play a little MMA math? Gina Mazany got knocked out by Macy Chiasson in round 1. Gina Mazany has been knocked out a couple times early. Prior to that, Shayna Young was playing around in Invicta. A lot of female fighters go through Invicta. If you guys haven't seen the movie Bruised, with it's a Netflix movie with Valentina Shevchenko.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember? You watched the last part of it. And anyway, and Halle Berry.
I thought you even kicked off.
But anyway, Bruised, Halle Berry goes through Invicta, and she's like an UFC fighter that fell off. There's a big backstory. It's a very good, pulls on your heartstrings. I kind of teared up a little. Not really, but I suppose you could. I know. But anyway, when she was Invicta, she beat Meiju Saitama by unanimous decision. Prior to that, she got beat in the Contender Series by a rear naked choke by Sarah Alpar. Definitely not a good look to get rear naked choke by Sarah Alpar in round 2. That is horrible. Prior to that, she was in Valor, another regional scene. Valor, she beat Anastasia Bruce. She got her own submission in round 1, so take that for what it is. That is Knoxville regional, Tennessee regional scene. She does train out of Knoxville Martial Arts in Tennessee for Shanna Young. She's got a 1-inch height advantage, as I mentioned, and a 3.5-inch disadvantage. So, let's see what the cappers have to say in this kind of close female flyweight fight. In my opinion, it should be kind of coin flippy, because it's female. This Mazany's been knocked out round 1 too many times that I like, so you can say she got a suspect chin. Shayna Young, she got choked out by Sarah Alpar, and you know what I mean. And it's just the Shanimal, Shanna Young. The Shanimal is just overall. Neither one of these girls are really that good, but neither one of them have a very big advantage over the other. It should be an interesting fight nonetheless. Perhaps a boring fight, but still interesting. Let's see what the cappers have to say here, starting with Johnny K. Johnny K is saying decision for Gina Mazany. Then we go over and we've got AJ DeVito, MMA experts, also saying decision. We got the MMA Guru with the beanie, not the one from California, not Prediction Guru. There's a big word difference there. Prediction Guru, MMA Guru, MMA Prediction Guru, MMA Guru. Some people are like, oh, you say Guru and you got him in 2. No, it's a different guy. This one's from the UK. The MMA Guru also saying by decision, of course, for Mazany. Then we've got Stat Niggers, both Wheezy and Brady, in line of taking Mazany in here. And finally, Cell the Red is taking Mazany by decision, whereas Dev, I agree with Dev. He's leaning Mazany, but he's really saying this is more of a coin flip, like I just said. It could be anybody's fight here. This rather low-level female fight. I'm going to give the edge as well to Mazany because I know she's training at Glory MMA, where Shanna Young is training out of Knoxville Martial Arts. She's the only person listed on Tapology, I do believe. So I'm going to go with the Glory MMA product. Mazany, I don't care whose girlfriend she is. I don't care if she's girlfriends to James Krause, Tim Elliott, or both of them, or neither of them. I really don't care. I just know that she's getting good training over there at Glory. So I'm going to take the Gina Mazany to get it done by decision, female fight, of course. But the Shayna Young may be worth a hedge bet. Not from me, though. It's not. If it was plus 200, I'd hedge it, but I can't there. Not at plus 149. So there you have it. About 3 full capper consensus picks. 3 of them. 3 of them. So you know what that tells you? Lock it in. Lock that 3-fight parlay. Don't put this guy in though. Do not put Alexandr Romanov in because at minus 2,500, he's not going in any of my parlays. There's no bet to be made on that fight unless you're taking the underdog. I'm just as a degenerate gambler, I'm just saying. On Tapology, make him your pick because you might be able to win a t-shirt if you're in BC Dave's Tapology group. I think it's group, I forget the number, Dave, I'm so sorry. But anyway, if you happen to be in our live stream on Friday and participate where we see your name and you win the Tapology group contest, Dave will send you an MMA t-shirt. Ask Real News MMA. He's won that thing twice. Ice Viking, he's been awarded. There's a lot of guys, as Dave likes to call it, it's a panel of killers or something like that. He says MMA predictor, like killers. Murderers Row. That's what he calls us. Everybody in the Tapology group over there is Murderers Row. But anyway, there you have it. So to recap. Thank you. And let's check that time. All right, a little bit over. Okay, to recap, I'm taking Alexandr Romanov with the rest of the world to beat Chase Sherman. However, at plus 1,200, I already placed a small half a unit, $10 hedge bet on Chase Sherman. And I'm thinking about even maybe putting a little hedge on the over 1.5 just because it's such a ridiculous odds, you know? And it's like a scratch-off ticket. Chances are you're going to lose, but you never know. You might my $10 might turn to $120. That's a gamble, right? Right, Nor? MMA, fighting. Okay. Then I have Tatsuro Taira to beat Carlos Candelario by submission. I'm not sure what that, if that pluses it out. If not, we're gonna call it. We're gonna say round 2. That'll definitely plus it out. But I'm sure. I think if you might be able to get Taira by submission at plus money, like a plus 110. Hopefully, I don't know. And finally, I'm taking Gina Mazany because of her affiliation with Glory MMA to beat Shanna Young. And I think Shanna Young is coming off like, I want to say 8, or she's coming off a little bit of layoff. I think she might have had a baby. I'm not quite sure. I think I heard something like that though. She might have had a baby. So anyway, I'm gonna take Gina Mazany there. Danger is her middle name. Gina.
Is it?
Yeah, Gina Danger Mazany to get the decision victory over Shanna, the Shanimal Young. So gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. Cash those tickets. So I appreciate you watching. Give me that thumbs up. And I want to thank all you subscribers to get me over the 1,000 mark. You've actually doubled it. I'm at, I think.
You get paid now?
Not yet. I'm under review. My website's being reviewed by YouTube before I can get monetized, but I did meet the quota. I surpassed it by double. I'm at Like last time I checked, I was at 2,160 subscribers. God bless you. Thank you so much for getting me there. I couldn't, I appreciate you guys for keep in the comments. You guys keep pushing me along. The live stream, everybody in the chat keeps, I love your support. And I want to thank you personally, all you subscribers. Thank you very much for getting me there. And we're just going to move on bigger and better and greater. Okay, so thanks for watching. Go ahead and fill the comments with your picks on here. You're probably all going for the favorites. If you are picking an underdog, go ahead and put that in there. I totally respect that. I'm not angry at you for it. I'd like to hear all opinions. Oh, by the way, some guy in my last video, I want to say, he said I couldn't cap a soda bottle. And all I kept thinking about was, well, if you throw a Mentos in there, it's kind of hard to cap. But anyway, just funny. You can't cap a soda bottle. I removed it because I get real salty with negative comments. But anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck on your bets, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more post-lim fights. Those are, I learned that from Bellator. That's what they call the later preliminary fights. Post-lim fights. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.